what are the 6 key questions you need to ask yourself before you consider selling your house? Hey guys, Mike Quail, my Quail Home Selling Team. I'm here to help you answer some of these questions. I have a report that I put together that I'm happy to send out to you. All right, so if you're not sure if now is the right time to sell, you should ask yourself these 6 key questions. I'll give you some insider tips on those, right? So here we go. You're gonna put up that for sale sign. What should you ask yourself, right? So the first thing is, what is your home worth and what should you list it for? Those are sometimes 2 different things, right? So what is it worth? What we want to look at is comparable homes. How much did other homes sell there similar to yours? Now, of course, here in greater Boston, we don't have exactly cookie cutter homes, so you have to do your very best, and that's where a professional comes in. It's not just science, it's part interpretation, a part art, understanding value. And then what price should we list it for, right? We don't want to underprice it. We don't want to overprice it. We want to find that sweet spot, okay? The next question is, how much equity do you have in your home? So, okay, well, you can sell it for, whatever price, $1 million, but if you owe $900,000, you're only walking away with $100,000 minus expenses. We'll get into that next. So how much equity you have is what you can sell it for minus what you owe. That's what your equity is. Okay, so now you know what your equity is. What are your expenses coming out, right? So your biggest expense is your mortgage, paying that off, or any home equity lines of credit or anything else that you owe that's attached to the home as a lien that has to get paid off. So the other thing you want to consider is what are the realtor fees? Are they worth it, right? Tip, I'm in the business, yes, they're worth it. There's a study done that showed for sale by owners got 10% less than the homes listed by a realtor. So even if you were to pay, like a higher fee of 6-7% to a realtor, you'd still be 3 to 4% ahead of time. Now, we don't have those fees and we have flexible fees, so we can go over those if you ever want to talk about it. Anyway, so you want to figure out what the commissions are, right, that you need to go out, and then what are the taxes. So what we're talking about in Massachusetts, we have what's called it's like a transfer tax. They call it a stamp tax. So it's $4.56 per thousand minus, and you minus that. Okay, sorry, it's a little hard to get math in this quick little video. But anyway, it's $4.56 per thousand. So if your home was worth $100,000, you'd have $456 worth of tax. So if you had maybe $5,000, maybe you're up to $2,500 or $3,000 in tax that you have to pay. And then capital gains tax is something to talk to your accountant about. That happens later in the year when you pay your taxes. But you also want to look at there's other closing costs that are involved. Now, pretty much between the stamp taxes and the realtor fees, that's the biggest thing in Massachusetts. New Hampshire, you have a little bit more transfer fees that are a little bit higher. Then you have some small fees on the seller side, which we can go over if you want to know those in detail. All right, number 4, how long will it take to sell your home? So we call that DOM, right, or days on market, or even DTO, which means days to offer. So how long in your area is it taking to sell your home, right? So that won't be an exact science that your home will sell exactly those many days, but it gives you a really good guide of how quickly the market's moving. All right, next question, number 5. What needs to be done to your home before you sell it? Okay, is your home perfect? Probably not. Not many people's homes are perfect, right? So what should you fix? Should you paint a room? Should you repair something? Should you change the front door? Get rid of the ripped screen? Curb appeal? What should you do? And that's where I can help you, guide you on that, and help you decide what's worth doing, what's not. Number 6, how are you going to sell your home? Are you going to sell it on your own and quote, hey, save the realtor fees? Most likely, I say not going to realtors like going to Vegas. Most people go to Vegas and they don't win. That's why there's these big hotels and all this great stuff. Once in a while, you do hear the stories about Uncle John who went to Vegas and he won $10,000. Congratulations, Uncle John. Just like you hear sometimes people sell for sale by owner, and it does work out. They save the money and everything went smooth. But like most people that go to Vegas, it doesn't work out for them. So most times it helps to hire a realtor. But if you want to do it on your own, just know that you need to price it correctly. Make sure that it'll appraise out. Know how to talk to an appraiser when that actually happens, or else your buyer can't get their loan, and that's a disaster. Make sure you market it properly, professional photos. You get virtual tours. You get it on the market. Decide how you're going to do open houses. Decide how you're going to negotiate directly. Do you want to try to hire an attorney? How will that all work? And then getting through all the different smoke detector inspections, carbon monoxide detector inspections. Depending on what town, you might have a sump pump inspection. There's all kinds of things, oil measurements. There's lots of things that happen, so you can do those, or you can just hire a fine professional that can help you. And certainly that's what I am, and I can help you out with that. All right, guys. So if you feel like there's enough pros for you to list your home, if your ducks are in a row and ready to get going, I can help you make the plunge into selling. I tell people, if you're within 12 months of thinking about selling, that's a good time to reach out to me. If you're 2 days from selling, I can help you too, but the longer we have to prepare your home, the smoother everything is. All right, guys, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me at my office, 978, what do we get? 978, I have so many numbers, 978-291-8003. It's Mike Quail, the Mike Quail Home Selling Team. Thanks so much.